The Crypto Markets Update is presented by Grayscale, the world's largest digital currency asset manager. Let's have a live look at Bitcoin. The CoinDesk Bitcoin price XVX index currently at below 30,000. It's at 29,759. Bitcoin's down about 3.5% over the past 24 hours. And the CoinDesk Ether price, ETX index, is at 1753. ETH is down about 3.7%. And the new DFX CoinDesk's DeFi index is at 388. DeFi also taking a hit. It's down almost 7% over the past 24 hours. Meanwhile, the venture arm of Siam Commercial Bank, Thailand's oldest bank, saying decentralized finance will disrupt traditional finance, and they're preparing for the day it upends the banking industry. Joining us now to discuss is Mukaya Panich, Chief Venture and Investment Officer at SCB10X. Welcome to the show, Thai. So would love to get your take as we see Bitcoin take this plunge below 30,000. What's going on in the crypto markets?
Thank you for having me. For us, whether Bitcoin price going up or down, we actually a long-term investor. And for us, we actually view decentralized finance is having something very, very similar to traditional finance, but can be much more efficient. Actually, last year, when we were looking for different type of emerging technologies that could disrupt the bank and financial institution industry in general, we actually come across decentralized finance while we were looking at blockchain. And, I actually have been investing in technology sector for 16 years. Before this, I was in investment management.
Thai, so I'm wondering, why and when do you see DeFi taking over traditional finance?
Actually, I don't think that it will take over traditional finance, but I think there's a way to work together, because I don't think that everybody would like to take care of their money themselves. And some of the people definitely would still want to, have the call center that they can call in and complain or ask questions, which you can actually not do that in with DeFi. So I feel that there should be potential for traditional finance and DeFi to work together. Traditional finance, we're very good at acquiring customer and be the front end. Our interface is very easy to use, so we could continue to be the front end, acquiring customer and interact with customer. But we could integrate with DeFi, and DeFi could be the software running the back end for decentralized finance, and could reduce the number of people. No need to have human involved so much. So I feel that we could actually work together, and I don't think that traditional finance will completely go away.
You say work together, but maybe you can go into explaining the state of crypto in Thailand, because Thailand is banning meme coins and NFTs as part of a crypto crackdown. Thai regulators are also filing criminal complaints against crypto exchange Binance.
I think in general, Thai regulators are quite friendly with crypto and DeFi compared to other countries like China and India. But for example, meme coin, social token, fan tokens, those are really not the digital asset that actually have the meaningful asset back. And the government are afraid of the speculation angle, and therefore they control that. And then for the DeFi part, as long as the DeFi projects actually do not solicit the Thai customer directly with Thai language advertisement, they are still okay with those DeFi companies. But as long the moment that these DeFi companies would like to solicit Thai people, they would want the DeFi companies to come and ask for the permission, and they might look to control if that is the case. In terms of Binance too, because Binance is actually solicit the Thai customer in Thai language with the Thai advertisement, and they do not have the license to operate their exchange in Thailand, so that is not allowed.
So I actually find this kind of fascinating, this idea of banning meme coins. I don't think I've ever heard of this before from any other government. So this is kind of a very innovative government regulation. So just a couple questions about that I think our global audience would be interested in. First of all, how does the government define, or the authorities define, what a meme coin is, right? That's like a hard thing to define. And then what does banning meme coins actually mean? If you could just explain that policy, because I've really never heard of anything like that before.
Yeah, I think in general, the government do not like, the tokens that do not really have the utility. For example, if it's like a meme coin, it doesn't really have any meaning associated with it, or fan token. Yeah, like Doge, for example. So the government do not like the speculativeness of, this type of digital asset. So that's why they would like to regulate on this.
So the government just decides which coins have utility and which don't?
Yeah, they actually look at the asset that is back behind and the utility that they're supposed to do.
Ty, your firm, I believe, invested $50 million in DeFi. How did it allocate it? What kind of projects was it putting it into?
Actually, that $50 million is not just for DeFi, but it's for blockchain and digital asset as well. And since then, the allocation has also been increased to $110 million. In general, when we invest in DeFi, there are two things that we look at. So first thing, we would like to invest in the project that are quite parallel to traditional finance. We have already invested in Alpha Finance Lab, which is credit lending protocol with leverage. And of course, we all know that credit lending, that is the bread and butter of the bank. And also another project that we invested in is Anchor Protocol, which is credit lending, but with fixed interest rate. And that is disrupting fixed income. And that is a very, very big market as well in traditional finance. And then the second thing that we look at is more on the infrastructure for DeFi. So for us, we recently invested in a cross-chain interoperability DeFi protocol, because we feel that the future of DeFi is actually cross-chain. Right now, each blockchain actually do most of the communication, the work within each blockchain, like Ethereum, for example, the most popular blockchain. There's so many DeFi protocols in there, but the asset and information do not really travel across to other blockchain that much. Like, for example, there's still only very few projects that cross over to Solana or to Polkadot, things like that. Yeah, so we feel that in the future there should be a lot more communication. There should be information and asset that transfer across to different blockchain.